There are certain phrases in Turkey that the moment you hear them, you know exactly what's coming next. Actually, there's something else going on behind the scenes. What we're being told isn't the real story. Someone pushed the button. These phrases aren't just individual doubts. They are the language of a conspiracy culture that has taken shape in Turkey over many years. Conspiracy culture isn't just about believing in one or two specific theories. It's a whole way of seeing the world. It's a tendency to reject coincidence, to deeply distrust visible explanations, and to assume that every major event must be guided by some hidden, powerful mind. So the real issue isn't a single theory, it's a pervasive mindset. So why is this mindset particularly strong in Turkey? There are several deep-rooted reasons. This is a society that has gone through immense historical trauma, the collapse of a vast empire, foreign occupation, devastating wars, multiple military coups, and long periods of emergency rule. These experiences leave behind a lasting collective feeling, a suspicion that things may not be what they seem, and to be fair, that feeling isn't always unfounded. History has shown that sometimes there really are hidden agendas, but when that suspicion becomes permanent, the line between healthy skepticism and outright fiction starts to blur. It becomes a default setting. Another crucial factor is the historical relationship between the state and society in Turkey. For many decades, the state has been associated more with secrecy than with transparency. It was seen as an entity that operated behind closed doors, and where official information is limited or controlled, unofficial interpretations and speculation multiply. A lack of transparency creates the most fertile ground for conspiracy theories to grow. Over time, many people began to feel a huge gap between the official explanations they were given and the reality they were living. As that distance grows, a reflex takes hold. They're not telling us the truth. Conspiracy theories then rush in to fill that void, offering alternative explanations that seem to make sense of that feeling of distrust. But here's the interesting part. Conspiracy theories don't only generate fear and suspicion, they also serve a very real psychological function. They take incredibly complex events, like an economic crisis or a political upheaval, and they simplify them. They identify clear, easy-to-blame villains. They reduce the discomfort and anxiety that come with uncertainty. In a world that feels chaotic and random, a conspiracy theory can feel strangely comforting because it suggests that someone, somewhere, is in control. It imposes a sense of order on a seemingly disordered world. But that comfort comes at a very high cost. On the surface, conspiracy culture might appear to encourage critical thinking and questioning, but in reality, it often does the exact opposite. It shuts down genuine inquiry. Why? Because the answer is already decided from the start. There's a hidden power behind it all. Once you reach that predetermined conclusion, evidence no longer matters. Facts that don't fit the narrative are dismissed as part of the cover-up. Meaningful debate becomes pointless. Criticism of the theory is seen as proof that you are either naive or part of the conspiracy yourself. Belief takes the place of analysis. This culture is also incredibly difficult to dismantle once it takes hold. For one, it's a powerful tool in politics. It can be used to rally supporters, discredit opponents, and deflect blame. It also spreads like wildfire on social media, where algorithms often favor sensational and emotionally charged content. It appeals directly to our emotions, our fears, our anger, our sense of injustice, and perhaps most importantly, it offers simple answers to incredibly complicated problems. It is easier to blame a shadowy cabal for a nation's problems than to grapple with complex issues like economic policy, social change, and historical legacies. This culture effectively shifts responsibility somewhere else. It lets everyone off the hook. So we're left with a really important question. Are conspiracy theories dangerous simply because they might hide the real truth? Or are they dangerous because sometimes they delay our confrontation with the truth that's right in front of us? The messy, complicated, and often uncomfortable reality of our own world. By looking for hidden hands, we might be avoiding the work we need to do with our own. Thanks for watching. If this made you think, consider subscribing for more deep dives.